everybody. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of All In Sports. It's your man, Lee Ice and the Big Dog. And you can see we have the return of the Mac, Mr. Marcus. What's up, champ?
What's going on, fam? What's going on, Lee Ice? How you feel?
Feeling great. Nice day outside, I think that winter, all that cold weather is finally gone. Big Dog, how you feeling?
Man, Lee Ice, I want to send my prayers and thoughts out to the people in Bangkok from that 7.7 magnitude earthquake yesterday. I got some of the footage. I posted it. Man, it's pretty sad, man. It's, but God's doing his work, so I ain't never going to dispute it. But it is what it is. But I've had a busy day, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
that's it.
Definitely sending prayers out there, man. Can't question.
We do get people from Singapore to watch us, so I don't know how that affects us.
Right. Yeah, fellas, it's a nice day. Nice day to have a good old show. Mr. Marcus is back in the seat with a fresh hairdo. Rocking the hairdo, y'all. Look at that, y'all.
Keeping it fresh.
Hey, y'all, let's thank everybody for tuning in last week's show. Thank everybody for tuning in this week's show. Like I always say, I hope we can entertain y'all doing what we're going through. I don't say that word, but I always say, check yourselves and your family. I think it's always in season, but I guess that's the high peak. Pretty much that season is gone. But like I say, always protect yourselves and your family. Mr. Marcus, you ready to kick back and get things started like we used to do?
Yes, indeed. Yes, sir.
Remember how we get things started?
Yeah, man, we got to ching, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, ain't forget nothing, y'all.
Yeah.
You ready to go all in, sir?
All in.
Let's do it. Put it up. Wow. Y'all know what's first on the agenda. It's called the All In State of the Union. Brought to you by the best there is, the best there was, the best that ever done it. You heard him earlier. Call him the Big Dog. What's going on, man?
A group of North Carolina senators introduced a bill that would allocate $500,000 to $1 million to explore a viable establishment as a professional wrestling Hall of Fame in Charlotte, North Carolina, or another part of North Carolina. The bill was designated as what, Lee Ice?
I have no idea.
The Ric Flair bill.
I was about to say it. I say I can't be the Ric Flair bill.
It is the Ric Flair bill. Man, hey, Lee Ice, I wore that jersey this morning. I still got it on right now. Ain't that hat? Because they went off because I wore their stuff today. The New York Yankees slugged 9 home runs, 4 in the first on Canton. And as they beat the Milwaukee Brewers 20-9, the first time the New York Yankees have hit 9 home runs in a game. How you feel?
The Bronx Bombers.
Yeah. Hey, Matt Scherzer left the game with a lat problem against the debut with the Blue Jays today.
It might be time, Max. It just might be time for you to hang it up. Hang the glove up, man. You had a great career. You're a Hall of Famer. Just might be time.
The 10 cities with the most championships. Sports championships now. The top 10 cities. At number 10, Cleveland and Green Bay tied for 10. At number 9, St. Louis. Number 8, Pittsburgh. Number 7, San Francisco. Number 6, Philadelphia. Number 5, Detroit. Number 4, Los Angeles. Number 3, Chicago. Number 2, Boston. And number 1, New York City.
Not a surprise.
That's right.
New York.
Okay. Bama, hey, Lee Ice, Bama on Thursday night sunk 25 3-pointers, set a Elite 8 Sweet 16 record in the NCAA playoff tournament this week. How you feel?
25 threes.
Yeah.
Jacking them.
Man, Lee Ice, it ain't the SEC on CBS number, but CBS college football is going to take another hit after this year. They will be losing Gary Danielson. He's retiring. How you feel?
Number 16 from the Detroit Lions, man. That's my childhood.
Hey, Jays make another offer to Gardner Guerrero. How you feel?
You say the Jays? Blue Jays?
Blue Jays, yes, sir.
It's up to him, but I don't think he's going to take it.
But ESPN announced the LA version of the Sports Center will relocate to Bristol immediately. How you feel?
The LA.
The LA version comes on at 11 o'clock at night, Lee Ice.
It's going to relocate to Bristol.
Back to Bristol. Hey, the World Cup is going to be a major trouble next year because Iran won the leg and they qualify for the World Cup. So if you don't know, the World Cup is in North America next year. That's Canada, Mexico, and the United States. But Iran can play in Canada and Mexico in the first 2 legs, but the knockout rounds in the United States. But Iran also got a partner in favor because they're saying Canada might boycott the whole thing. How you feel?
World Cup is a big deal, man.
Here, the 2026 candidates for the Pro Football Hall of Fame out, you guys. Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Jason Witten, Frank Gore, J.C. Edelman, Greg Olson, LaShawn McCoy, Dez Bryant, Marcus Pouncey, Phillip Rivers, Steve Gronkowski, and Geno Atkins. I only think 3 people on this list can make it. That's, I think, Brees, Fitzgerald, and Marcus Pouncey. That's it. Everybody else I don't think qualified.
Huh?
There's the only 3 I think can make it.
You know what? It's funny that I'm gonna say this because I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
Frank Gore just played 100 years. That's the only reason he got it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but how can you not put him in?
Why not? There's a lot of other people in, like Joe Jacoby and some other people. Lynn Swan's not even in the Hall of Fame, Lee Ice. Hey,
who?
Lynn Swan.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Was it John Stallworth? One of them 2 ain't in the Hall of Fame.
Both of them are.
You sure?
Yeah, they went in back-to-back years.
Hey, Titans say, hey, they like Ward at number 1 and a big trade that U-Haul the package together. How you feel? They like Cam Ward. Shedeur Sanders stock is dropping.
I think whoever gets Shedeur is going to get a good quarterback. Very good quarterback.
Lee Ice.
Mm-hmm.
St. Francis played in the first floor 2 weeks ago. You remember? They played the St. Francis. They played against Alabama State. They get that Hail Mary pass at the end of the game. The guy called and tapped it in the first floor in the beginning of March Madness. Guess what? Guess happened to St. Francis? They're moving to Division 3 next year. They're dropping down to Division 3. That's right. St. Francis last week was on the wrong end of an Alabama State Hail Mary and reflashed out of the NCAA tournament as a Final Four first 4 contestant. And it was also announced this week that they're going to go to Division 3 because of financial difficulties and the DEI. Superstar Watkins, USC Superstar Watkins, ACL tear this week. How you feel? You know nothing about the girl? And also, LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith continue their beef this week. Stephen A. Smith throwing some more jabs at LeBron. The Ice took me to commercial break.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my girl Juju, man. That hurt me.
No, don't worry about it.
That hurt.
That was 3 hours ago, the Ice. Let's go commercial break.
All right, y'all. Go to a break. When we come back, we gonna chop it up with Mr. Marcus about the NBA. What's going on? What's about to go on? I want to know his picks. I want to know who the MVP is by him. I want to know who is going to the finals. All of that and more. All in sports. We'll be right back.
Sharp, you should be ashamed of yourself because you've been carrying on a GOAT debate for a man that spent 8 years in a place that never won a championship. And then when he went to team up with his homeboys, the Banana Boat boys, Dirk Nowitzki shot 1 foot fallaways and put him out of his misery. And then the next year, they was getting beat. He was cramping up in San Antonio. And if it wasn't for balls hitting the rim and people kicking the football out to Ray Allen, he lose that one too, and he played terrible. So for you to say that it could be tabled or that he had to do so much to get back into the conversation, you got to choose a side. You got to say you out here caping full of GOAT James all the time, or that GOAT conversation should have been tabled a long time ago as well. Because according to you, getting to the championship, all of those times it's supposed to matter. There could be a ton of his career left where he gets back to this moment. And because he didn't shine every time he got there, a lot like a guy we know, Shannon, that you cape for every single day. The only person you have caped for more than LeBron James is your brother, and your brother actually deserved it. And so for me, it is not tabled. It's a bad night. Check.
Yes! That's Ryan Clark on First Take.
Love it, man. Ryan be bringing that heat. I bet you LeBron won't go after him. I bet you won't go after Ryan Clark.
He ain't gonna do that.
Let's keep it with LeBron, man. What you think about the LeBron Stephen A. feud, whatever you want to call it? Well,
There's two sides to it, right? So for me, number one, I think Stephen A. really touched a nerve. You know, because now you got Bron posting stuff of him boxing, and it really touched a nerve when he's been on this, as he called it, the Taylor Swift tour of all of these, talking about it and stuff like that. On one instance, he addressed him questioning his being a father, which I'm pretty sure Stephen A. Has apologized for. LeBron, I got a feeling like this is his. I don't see him, because he even turned down. I think he's not even taking that option to for the $53 million that he'll make next year. I don't think he's taking the player option, as of what I've just heard. But what I think is this might be LeBron's last year. So if they don't win or do something, I got a feeling that this may be it for him. Because there's he's doing a lot of things that's not in his character. I mean, he showed Pat McAfee, and he's airing people out, saying certain things, questionable things, like talking about Giannis having 250 points. He would have 250 points in the 70s, not realizing and not thinking about, if you put these players in that era, you're going in with the knowledge base of now transporting yourself into that era. You wouldn't have all the historical data and the historical film work to go off of to say, I can do X, Y, and Z. You'd be just another 7-footer with your back to the basket. You see what I'm saying? So he doesn't really, speaking like that, he's just looking at it like, if I just took this era against this era with our knowledge base and their knowledge base, they learn from those guys. So I think it's kind of, it's petty. I mean, it's good for whatever ratings, because, the NBA has been down. But that goes to the game as well. I mean, people are tired of the three-point shots. They're tired of the load management. So I think it's, good for their ratings, good for that. But I don't think it's really good for where the league needs to go.
That's very well said, man. You saying this might be his last year in the playoffs, and I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
I thought, with Luka there, I thought that may have extended his career maybe a couple more years,
Yeah. I would have thought the same. I would think the same thing too. He may be trying to get more money. That could be something as well. But I mean, this is Luka's team. Him and Austin Reeves have been balling out. Now, the defense is still a concern, because we know Luka, if you put in an ISO, it's a wrap. You're getting right by him. He's a liability on defense.
But LeBron don't play defense either.
Yeah, he don't play defense either. And he's sure stuff. I mean, he's one of the smartest players that ever played the game. So I'm not knocking his basketball IQ. But those last 9 seconds against the Bulls, there's no excuse for that.
Oh, man.
None.
Oh.
It was 12.9 seconds actual.
Yeah. So
it was a 3 in the corner hitting LeBron's face.
Yup.
LeBron did a lazy pass out of bounds, another 3 right back in his face, then a half-court 3 in his face. Every play LeBron was involved in.
Yes, and that comes at the.
Lakers. You think the Lakers have a shot in the playoffs?
No.
Got
Because
them
they're
going.
gonna attack LeBron and Luka. They're the weakness of the whole team.
Yep.
That's why everybody just waiting back. Everybody sitting back already know what we're gonna do.
Yep.
We ain't gonna show them right now, but when we get in the playoffs, we're gonna show them. Probably
Exactly.
if they make the play in, they might get bounced out the first time.
That West, man, that West is
It's all over the place. It's up and down.
I mean, I think anybody can beat anybody. And I'm gonna tell you, my dark horse team. Look out for the Clippers, man. Well, let me say this: if Kawhi stays healthy,
that's not gonna happen.
That's the key.
That's not gonna happen.
If he stayed, when was the last time he was healthy? When he was with Toronto, he finished the playoffs.
Yeah, Toronto.
So that guy's healthy. Look out for the Clippers. But I think Denver's coming out the West.
I agree.
No disrespect to OKC, but Denver's just I just got them coming. OKC might be another year away. What y'all think?
OKC gonna be around for the next 15 years because they got that Philadelphia Center, Eagles Center. They got #1 picks out the Yang.
Yeah. So they're going to be around for a while. I think next year may be their year, unless they surprise everybody by beating the Nuggets in 7. Right? I think that's where it'll end up being. It'll be them against the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying?
So and if they the Rockets.
They're another dark horse team, but they're not.
They're
okay. They're OKC 2 years ago.
Yeah, too young. I got them going out. I got them going out in the first round. Unless
I would have had Memphis, but they fired their coach last night.
Yeah, that was a wild.
Can someone explain that one to me? How do you fire your coach with 9 games to go and you're the 5th seed?
That don't make no sense. There must have been something. It must have been it's either the players or there must have been a rift within management. I would have to try to contact a few people to try to see what it could have been. I gotta ask my cousin as well. He's in the sports writing realm and he has a few contacts as well as too. But it must have been something there.
I mean, with 9 games to go and you're the 5th seed. I mean, it ain't like you trying to get in the play-in. Yep. You're the 5th seed. Yeah. You know what I mean? With a chance to go to the 4th seed.
Yep.
Like you said, something going on over there that was just. What assistant? I forgot who's taking over right now.
Yeah, I don't even know.
That's just crazy. They got a big game against the Lakers tonight. I mean, I can't see them winning that game.
No.
Even though I think they are playing at home, but it's either, put it this way, it's either going to give them a big boost or they're going to go boom. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It really is. Who else is in the
Yakety Yak.
break it?
Yep.
All right, y'all. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to go to the East, see what Mr.Marcus Knicks are going to do.
Yeah, I know, man. Tough. It's tough.
All right, y'all. All that, a little bit more when we come back. All that sports.
Everybody win a championship. Oh, if you lose one, oh, that's the most difficult time. No, the most difficult time is
when you've won a championship, to be able to keep that motivation, to keep that elevation, to keep wanting to get better, to keep wanting to get more. It's easy for the team that didn't win. They got a goal to reach for, but a person that's already reached that goal, that's more challenging.
That's Tim Glover, motivational speaker, Lee Ice, about championships. That's not experienced a lot in my life. Good.
I don't think it's easier for the team that didn't win.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna tell you why.
You're a great team. I mean, it's easier.
He didn't see, Lee Ice, you always throwing asterisks and everything. He didn't say that. He said it's easier for the team that didn't win the championship. Reason being, the fire and desire is still there. You get complacent when you win a championship, unless your name is Michael Jordan, unless your name is Lawrence Taylor, unless your name is Muhammad Ali. It is easy that way. If your name is not none of them, aka LeBron James, because you saw when they won their title, they ain't done shit since the bubble. So, okay, it's easier to win a championship than when it's losing. Because you take that into the all season, and that's your motivation. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it depends who you are. The coaches, like, even though I hate him, Coach K, it's easier for him with the preparation, you know, the
But how
knowledge.
many Final Fours Coach K lost before he got his first championship?
Yeah.
That desire was there.
It was easier for him to get to the Final Four than some other coaches.
I don't want to get there. It's not about getting there. You want to win. You don't want to get there. Yeah. I'm not saying, like Ricky Bobby said, if you ain't first, you're last. Simple discussion.
You're not first or last.
Making the Final Four, that's a you know, I know you don't win the championship, but making the Final Four, that's a big deal, I think.
Nah, not when you play the sport, like it's hard. When you're an athlete and playing, man, you do not want. You're not. I've lost championships, man. It is not a good taste, bro.
No, it's not.
It's not a good taste at all. That shit sits in your belly for years.
Yeah, it's still sitting with me because we lost in the championship. I'm still hot. I'm still fuming.
Right.
And but I'm coaching.
Example. Okay. George Mason made the Final Four, about 20 years ago? Mm-hmm. They never ever going to make another Final Four. So you're trying to tell me that wasn't a big deal?
That's even a better case. By you never know you're never going to make it. You want to win it.
You want to win it.
Right. But what I'm saying, that's still a big deal for them.
See, that's the difference when people play sports and don't play sports. When you play, man, you play to win. That's why I have a problem with this generation now. It's all these monetary awards. Oh, you can get 5th place award. You get a 6th. Man, when I played, it was none of that. It was 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and I'll see you next year if you're playing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about that. It's all about that ring, baby. It's all about that trophy and that ring and that plaque, man. That's all you want.
That's all you want.
For.
I understand what you're saying, but George, like the thing that George Mason did years ago, and to know that they will never get there ever again, because nobody even had them coming close that year or ever again before or after. I think that's a big deal. But let's move on. We talking NBA. We was talking the West. Just to make it sure, I got Denver coming out. Mr. Marcus, you got Denver too?
Yeah, I got Denver.
Who you got, Hill?
I got OKC.
You got OKC? Okay. Let's move to the East. Let's talk about Marcus' team, the New York Knicks. Do they still have a shot without Bronson?
It's going to be an uphill battle. I mean, without my man JB, it's going to be tough.
How long he out?
What did they say?
Is he going to be back for the playoffs?
I didn't even get the word on how long he's going to be out for.
I don't think he's coming back.
I don't think he's coming back. That's what I last heard was like he's done. He's out.
That's a shame because they were top 4 the whole season.
Right. I mean, we still sit in the 4th seed. Look, right now, look, the East, Boston.
What's your thing? What's your take on Towns, man? I think he can be even better than he is. I think he has the potential to like really dominate the NBA. But his demeanor, his makeup is just.
He's too soft. He's a kitty cat. He's not a tiger. He's not a lion. He's a kitty cat. You know, and that's the problem.
Has so much skill, though, man.
Yeah. Yep. He has so much skill, but he doesn't have that.
Brunson is supposed to be back for the playoffs.
Okay, that's a good thing.
That's the timeline they're looking at.
So, let me put it like this: when it comes to Cat, when he has the battery in his back from his other teammates, then yes. But if he had the attitude of a Garnett, oh man, he'd be a killer. You be talking about him and Giannis nonstop. Of course, Joker, but you be talking about him and Giannis as far as the power force. Same thing with Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is the same thing. Like he's first of all, he's hurt all the time, but he doesn't have that oomph, that.
I thought he had it when he was in New Orleans, though.
Small market.
He had Cousins in his butt.
He had Cousins in his.
Cousins in his butt, and that's the same with Towns when he was in Minnesota. He had Edwards always in his ear.
Always in his ear.
Yeah, but when Jimmy Butler was in his ear, they say he couldn't take it.
He couldn't take it. That's the fact. And that's another. I'm sorry we jump back to that's another team to watch out for, Golden State.
I'm not fearing Golden State no more.
Yo,
I think they're done.
Because if playoff Jimmy shows up, he ain't never had a step in the Draymond.
Yeah, but Jimmy didn't face this kind of caliber of talent in the West like he did in the East. That's the double thing. That's why I'm not fearing Golden State. Golden State better hope they get out of the play-in.
Yeah, I don't want to see him in the play-in either.
I wouldn't. If I was the Lakers, I wouldn't want to see him.
All right. Cleveland. Is Cleveland for real?
Cleveland's for real.
They for real.
No, they for real.
Oh, they for real, son.
And I hate to say it, but it's still Boston. You know what I'm saying?
But they did the Boston in the Boston Garden a couple weeks ago, down by 20-some points, and came back because Tatum was laughing at him, talking junk, and Mitchell went off on him like that. Man, come on, man. In the Garden. In the Garden.
Okay. Guess what? That's one game. Can they do it for 4? Can they beat them for 4 games?
Can they beat them for 4? I don't know.
Think they can. I had New York coming out the East, but I think it might be Cleveland.
I got Boston coming out the East.
Let me tell you why I don't have Boston come out of the East, and y'all gonna probably say I'm crazy, but I actually had to break this down to a young, and he said, you know what, Hill, I had to look it up. You are right. Jason Tatum does not show up in the playoffs, bro, but maybe about 4 games. It's always Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown carries. If you can stop Jaylen Brown, you can win the whole series. It's not Jason Tatum.
I don't know about that.
When they played Golden State, what was Jason Tatum at?
What was Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown carried the team.
He carried the team. He was the MVP. Tatum was
Golden State.
Tatum was Robin. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Tatum don't show when the time that them lights come on, big boy.
Tatum was Robin.
He another LeBron James, bro. He don't show when the lights come on.
I think he has that cat syndrome too. It's not in his makeup, you know.
Yeah.
Another super talented guy that can do everything. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But that mentality is just not there. You know.
That's why I thought about Book.
He doesn't even have that mentality, and it's like they said, and what are you going to do with Porzingis? That's their key.
Yeah.
No, you can't match up with that dude. No. You really can't.
You got to hurt him.
You know what I'm saying? I would love to see your Knicks there.
I want to see my Knicks there. So Brunson's back, then that flips everything for me. You see what I'm saying?
Tatum got hurt the other night too. Is it for a significant time? Then he sprained his ankle, I think.
Was it a high ankle sprain?
Because I didn't see nothing else on. I saw him go down. Who else in there can make some noise? The Pacers?
In the East? That's it.
That's it. It's just them 3.
I'm going to tell you who I'm going to like watching, even though I know they're going to be in the play-in, but they're going to scare the hell out of some teams. The Bulls. What y'all think about that?
Potentially.
They got a little momentum going. They got something going on, especially after what just happened against the Lakers, you know.
Yeah, they're playing free. That's the thing. They're playing with no care. You know what I mean? They're playing like, look,
I got nothing to lose.
none to lose. So you got to go in and just play every game like it's our last. So they're
Yeah.
already getting that mentality of like, we in the playing. We got to play every game like it's our last. That's the
Yeah.
mentality they're going in with.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's time to go home.
Time to go home. Well, we ain't gotta go home, but we gotta get out of here, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Marcus, it's always a pleasure. Glad to see you back, brother.
Yes, brother. All
And
in.
congratulations on your retirement. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you, my brother.
Mr. Hill, are you tired?
I got
You
some
got
more. Got some
all right, y'all. We're going to leave you like we always leave you, whether you like it or don't like it. Damn it, you better learn to love it because it's the best thing going. For Mr. Hill, Mr. Marcus back on the scene. I'm Lee Ice. We are out of here.